Hello friends, my name is Sakshi Bhagwan More from Guru Gobind Singh Polytechnic, third year electrical. Today's my topic is presentation on construction and working of small wind turbine. Let us know about small wind turbine. Small wind turbine is wind turbine used for microgeneration. Small wind as ranging from less than 1000 watt, that is 1 kilowatt turbine, up to 300 kilowatt turbines. Smaller scale turbines for residential scale use are available. Their blades are usually 1.5 to 3.5 meters in diameter and produce 1 to 10 kilowatt of electricity at their optimal wind speed. The majority of small wind turbines are traditional horizontal axis wind turbines, but vertical axis wind turbines are a growing type of wind turbine in small wind market. The generators for small wind turbines usually are three-phase alternating current generators, and the trend is to use induction type. This is classification of wind turbines. Here we see the complete classification of small wind turbines. Next, Small wind turbine has two types, that is horizontal axis wind power plant. These are the components of horizontal axis wind power plant. First, turbine rotor blades, electromagnetic breakers, mechanical brakes, gearbox, generator, tailwind, tower top, shaft, controller, tower. This is the operation of small wind turbine, that is, blade rotor turbine assembly gets adjusted with the wind facing. Wind power drives the rotor of the turbine through gearbox. Mechanical energy is received by the generator. This generator converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. The power output matches with the frequency of grid frequency, and power can be fed to the grid system. Next, this is second type of small wind turbines, that is vertical axis wind turbine. It is a turbine in which the axis of rotation of rotor is perpendicular to the ground and also perpendicular to the wind direction. Vertical axis wind turbines have an axis of rotation that is vertical, and so unlike the horizontal wind turbines, they can capture winds from any direction without the need of reposition of rotor when the wind direction changes. They do not depend on the direction of wind. It can operate in low wind situation. It is and it is easier to build and transport. These are the parts of vertical axis wind turbine. This is guide wire. Vertical axis wind turbine normally needs guide wire to keep the rotor shaft in fixed position. Second, hub. The hub is the center of the rotor to which the rotor blades are attached. Cast iron and cast steel is most often used in hub. In vertical axis wind turbine, there are two hubs, upper and lower, because blades are attached at 2 points. Third, rotor. The rotor is heart of the wind turbine. It consists of multiple rotor blades attached to the hub. It is turbine component responsible for collecting the energy present in wind and transforming this energy into mechanical position. As the overall diameter of rotor design increases, the motor of energy, that is rotor, can extract from the wind increases as well. Fourth, blades. Rotor blades are crucial and basic part of the wind turbine. These are mainly made up of aluminum, fiberglass and carbon. Fifth, shaft. Shaft is a part that gets turned by the turbine blades. It turn is It in turn is connected to generator within the main housings. Brake Brakes, that is electrical braking. Braking of small wind turbine can also be done by dumping energy from the generator into a resistor bank, converting the kinetic energy of the turbine rotation into heat. Next, mechanical braking. A mechanical brake is normally placed on high-speed shaft between the gearbox and the generator, but are some turbine in which brake is mounted on low-speed shaft between turbine and gearbox. Seventh, gearbox. The main function of gearbox is to take low rotational speed from shaft and increase it to increase the rotational speed of generator. Generator. Generator is a conversion of rotational mechanical energy to electrical energy is performed. Base. Base of vertical axis wind turbine is usually the roof of building on which it is installed. Next, these are the types of wind power plant according to the number of blades. These are all types are horizontal axis turbine category. First, single blade type. Second, two blade type, and third, three blade type. These are some diagrams of single blade, two blade, and three blade turbine types of. Next, let us see some generators that are used in small wind turbines. First, squirrel cage induction generator. Let us see the operation of squirrel cage induction generator. In this system, gearbox is used to increase the speed of high-speed shaft as per design. Induction generator require reactive power for excitation. Rotor of squirrel cage induction generator is rotated at more than synchronous speed, that is low negative slip in the variable range to generate EMF with the help of wind power. It uses AC-DC-AC power converter, that is rectifier, inverter and filter, to convert variable output voltage of the generator into fixed frequency, fixed voltage output required for grid. This is the schematic diagram of squirrel cage induction generator. As we can see, it consists of gearbox, squirrel cage generator, stator side converter, that is AC to DC, grid side converter, that is DC to AC, and grid system. Next we can see wound rotor induction generator. Wound rotor induction generator with rotor resistance control. A wound rotor induction motor has a stator like squirrel cage induction motor, but rotor of insulated windings brought out via slip rings and brushes. The equivalent resistance in the circuit can be adjusted by electronic control system. The slip of the generator can be affected and the rotor speed is changed. In this scheme, the rotor windings are connected through the slip rings and brushes with the external variable resistors. For controlling the slip, a three-phase star connected resistance unit is connected to the rotor circuit. Wind energy rotates the rotor of the turbine. The gearbox of wound rotor induction generator rotates and maximum the speed of generator which produces electrical energy. The generator can have a speed variation up to 10% above synchronous speed. However, the design is vulnerable to wear at slip rings and requires sufficient maintenance. This is schematic diagram of wind rotor induction generator. It consists of rotor hub, rotor hub, wind rotor induction generator, capacitor bank, and power converters. Next, W-phase induction generator. The working of W-phase induction generator, that is energy conversion system with DC links shown in the above diagram. With energy received by blades rotates the turbine shaft through the gearbox of the rotor induction generator. The induction generator starts rotating and converting mechanical power into the three-phase electrical power. Stator winding of induction generator is connected to the grid system. Rotor winding is connected to end using power converter unit. This unit is a 4-quadrant power converter. It has two back-to-back PWM VS rotor side converter. It regulates electromagnetic torque and also for maintaining excitation of machine. In synchronous and subsynchronous mode, it can transfer maximum power. Secondly, as converter is connected to rotor power, rating of converter is reduced. This allows whole power flow through the stator. Inverter control supply side diode bridge rectifier and DC link capacitor are also sometimes used. This is the schematic diagram of doubly-fed induction generator. It consists of gearbox, induction generator, AC this control system, and coupling